Hey Brendan, there was the one instance where the offense goes down the field and scores, and then pretty quickly you guys gave up a touchdown. How difficult is that to not be able to play complementary football and kind of stack good series, offense and defense together?
That's always the goal to play complementary football. And today we just didn't get it done. We dug ourselves, a hole, and just when we was about to go up, we couldn't stop it. And so it was a credit to them. They made the plays today to help them get this win.
John and then Les.
Hey, BG, I know everyone kind of played down the intensive protocols this week, but it kind of hit the D line room more than anywhere else, probably. Now that you look back on it, uh, was there a more difficult time preparing for this game?
No, I felt good. We all felt good going into this game. Like I said, they made some plays in there. A couple big plays. We talk about eliminating the big plays, and they made some big plays. Field position was not as good as we would like it because we didn't get turnover or nothing to flip the field, and so it was just tough because we never really had good field position with them to stop them, to help us on defense.
Les and then Zach.
Hey, BG, their running game, particularly early, just seemed to slash you guys to shreds. What were they doing up front that made that so hard to stop?
Honestly, I don't know. When we get in the film, we're gonna see that it was just maybe a guy was out his gap on one. It was just like a little leaky. They was just maybe missing tackles on a couple. We was talking about that on the sideline. We got a gang tackle. We got to get them on the ground, stuff like that. But I don't know specifically until we watch the film on what was really happening. But I think we always gonna go play hard. But it's always those little things that was creeping in, and I'm sure it's probably a guy out his gap or just like little stuff that we can correct.
Zach and then Bo.
Hey, Brandon, coming off the bye week in a division game when you guys are getting healthy players, you're fresher. How do you explain the way the team came out?
we gave them 14 early, and we can't do that, especially on defense. I talked about, we gotta hit them, we gotta strike first. When you playing a team two times, it's all about who strike first, and who came to play. And in the beginning, it didn't seem like we can't. We started fast, and we didn't. We came back, we put ourselves back in a position to win the game, but obviously, we didn't make the plays at the end to stop the bleeding, and they ended up, taking it away from us, and so it was just tough because we prepared our butt off this week, but those little things added up on us: penalties, pre-snap, offense and defense, and of course, we just can't have those things, and that's what Coach talked about.
We have time for one more, so go ahead, Bo.
BG, you've been asked about those misdirection runs all season long. And, it seems like the quarterbacks and wide receivers have the biggest runs against you guys, not running backs. Did they do anything to surprise you with that today?
Nah, we knew that was coming. Like I said, when I see the film, we're gonna see what actually happened. We knew that they ran it a little different. They ran a couple things a little different, but it's all the same. Thing at the end of the day. We just might have had different responsibilities on certain things. But like I said, they came out and they played hard and they got the win.
You had a productive return running the football. First, how did you come out of it physically? And then from a team standpoint, you guys especially struggled on third downs, it seemed. Did you kind of have a feel for that going on in the game? And did you see any issues there?
First, your first question, yeah, I feel good coming out this game. My first game being back, just doing whatever I can to help the team win. The other running backs, the Boston and Corey, did some great things out there, so it wasn't just me. I think the running game was very effective this game. Definitely got to clean up some stuff for me. Had some mistakes on my end, blocking better, and I dropped 2 footballs that could have been critical in the game, and could have kept our drive going. But as a team, offensively, like you said, on third down, we struggled a lot, and I think we were 0 for 9, I believe. And that's just not acceptable. It's not going to get the job done. We can't win games like that.
Zach and then Martin Frank.
Hey, Miles, on a day when you have 5.7 yards per carry, do you think you should be getting more than 15 carries?
It's not even about that. It's just about executing whenever we get on the field. We know what type of offense we are. We know what type of offense we can be. It doesn't matter if I'm getting the ball 10 times, three times, 20 times. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do whatever I can to help the team win. But as a team, offensively, I think we didn't play to our standard, and including myself.
Martin and Les Bowen.
Hey, Miles, how much of that do you think had to do with like all these new guys coming back in? I mean, you'd missed a couple games. Alshon was playing his first game. Jalen Rager's just back, for a game and everything. Like, how much of an impact do you think that has kind of had, just because it didn't seem like you guys were all in sync yet?
Repeat that last part of your question.
I mean, it all seemed like you guys weren't quite in sync with all these guys coming back from injury and everything. I mean, did you kind of see it that way?
No, I didn't see it that way. I saw an offense that just wasn't disciplined today, including myself. Like I said, that's all. I think that we're beating ourselves. I don't think there was anything the Giants did necessarily that was spectacular. They did play a hell of a game, but we're beating ourselves up, and we're losing games like that.
Les and then Jeff McLean.
Hi, Miles. The offensive line, again, another group today with Opeta and Pryor at the guards and Lane back at right tackle. How much of that continuing flux is a problem for you guys in running the offense smoothly? How hard is it not to have a group that plays every week?
I don't think that was a problem. I think whoever's in there is going to get the job done. We got Coach Stout. He's a hell of an O-line coach. Whoever's in there, he's going to make him look like a Pro Bowler. And Kelsey there, he's going to lead the group. It was good to have JP out there and Lane. But Opeta and Pryor, they're doing a great job, in my opinion, if you ask me. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's a whole team problem. We're just not playing real smart football.
Jeff and then Ed Kratz.
Miles, I think on your last 4 carries, you only had 3 yards, and it was probably a miracle you got those 3 yards. You broke a lot of tackles. Were the Giants kind of keying in on some of those outside runs? Were they seeing them before the snap?
Yeah, I think they just keyed on the outside runs. That's what made me bounce it out, and some not necessarily missed blocks, but just hard blocks to get, and they were just keying on those outside runs a lot, so made it more difficult.
We have time for one more, so go ahead, Ed.
Hey, Miles. Doug was saying it's hard to explain how a team can come out of the bye, getting healthy again and put out a performance like that. How do you see it? Why do you think this performance was what it was coming out of a bye and getting players back?
Like I said, we just didn't play very smart football at all. A lot of offsides. We were 0-9 on third down. You can't really win a football game like that. It's going to be very hard to. A lot of mistakes, including myself. I hold myself to a high standard, and I don't think I still play to the standard other than running the ball. Got to do better in pass pro and catching the football.
After Boston scored that touchdown, pull you guys within 3 points, they came right back. They had the 2 long completions to Golden Tate and Slayton, I think it was, maybe someone else. Like, how damaging was that, to kind of give up a touchdown right there after you guys had just kind of started the second half with, to get back in the game?
Yeah, for one, man, those were great catches. You know what I'm saying? Super tight coverage. This is the NFL. Those guys are gonna catch the ball. It's tough for sure. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we pride ourselves on being, you know, a dominant defense. And those, like you said, you know, that those catches right there, man, they'll definitely hurt for sure.
Chris and then Tim.
Yeah, Jalen, can you explain why this team seems to have these sort of up and down performances? I mean, one week the offense is okay, the next week the defense. It seems like you guys have been struggling all season to kind of put a complete game together.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with that is it starts you know Monday through Saturday. You know what I'm saying? From after the game into the preparation going into, you know, the next week. I mean, we've been having great practices. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, you know, at practice throughout the week, you know, there's mental errors, there's guys, you know, missing assignments and this and that. I think it's just going to come down to, like you said, us putting it together on Sunday, because we practice hard. Guys go out there and execute well throughout practice, and then just having to put it together on Sunday.
Tim and then Mike K.
Jalen, we don't have access to the locker room this year, obviously. So can you bring us in? What's the vibe like in this 2020 locker room, and what's the key to making sure you guys stay together as you hit a little bit of a rough spot here?
Pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Pissed off. Because like I just said, we put the work in throughout the week. So it should reflect. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. That's how sports work. That's how football work. You know, you practice how you play. And kind of like the question before, we haven't put it all together. But at the end of the day, we're 1 week at a time. We got a 24-hour rule. You know, that's at least what I was taught. You know, once you close your eyes and you wake up in the morning on Monday, you got to let this go. Come to work, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, pissed off. And we got the Browns this week coming up, and we got to handle them for sure.
Mike and then Paul Domowich.
Jalen, you said the locker room's pissed off, but do you feel the frustration from your coaching staff? And what's been their message when you guys have struggled like this? What was their message after the game?
Everybody's frustrated, not just the coaching staff, players too. The whole building, everybody's frustrated. So it's just not one single person or one individual group. The message is, though, bring your hard cap to work. That's it. It's that simple. It's self-inflicted wounds, penalties, and everything that we've got hurt on, you know, throughout these games, you know, even throughout this season, not even just this game we just played versus New York. It's been self-inflicted. So when we come to work on Wednesday, have your hard cap on.
Paul and Rob Motti.
Yeah, Jalen, I wanted to ask you about their run game today. You guys have done a good job on opposing running backs, but today Gallman and Morris had some success, particularly in the first half. They do anything different since week 7?
Yeah, they kind of came out with a little tempo. I know you guys seen that. A lot of mixed direction stuff, you know, putting guys in different places. I think that was the biggest thing is the tempo and the guys coming out and moving guys all around the place. I mean, but after those first couple drives, us as a defense, I feel like we settled in pretty good, and we ended up stopping it and killing those certain runs that those guys did get those long runs on early.
We have time for one more, so go ahead, Rob.
Jalen, as frustrated and mad as you guys are, is there any consolation in knowing that you're still in first place in this division, or do you feel like is the talk in the locker room more about we're just not good enough right now to even think about first place?
It's irrelevant at this point. You know what I'm saying? Those games that we won, those games that we lost are in the past. At the end of the day, like I said, going back to a couple questions ago, we haven't put a full game together, regardless if it was a win or a loss. And this team has so much potential. Me being here, going on my 5th year, I feel like we probably got some of the best skilled guys, and I mean even big guys that have I played with, you know, being on this Eagles team. So me personally, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? We got to put it together. We got to find a way, and I think we are. Like I said, because this locker room, man, we definitely let this game go, and we're pissed off for sure.